I clearly have too many Philodendron Rojo Congos. These ones up the back here included. So yeah, we're just gonna check them out. All right, so I've just got them scattered all over the place at the moment. And that's why we're doing this. They're getting really top heavy and they're sort of outgrowing their pots. This one, not so much, but these two down here, I've been meaning to repot these for a long time. And like when they're not watered, they're just so top heavy. So let's do something about that. Just all chill out there for a bit. Whatever. Okay, I'm gonna mix up some medium. I have some perlite and old castings and bark in there. Nothing too crazy, nothing too special. But I've also found this coco coir, a coir. I don't know how to say it, but gonna get a big dirty scoop of that. I'm only using that because like it's not gonna get used. And then big scoop of castings and bark. Oh, this castings and bark is getting pretty tough down there. That's all right. Heaps of good nutrients. We've got some worms in there as well. 2 of those. In fact, I might even go 1 more of the coir. Last but not least, my fave, perlite. By the time this video is out, I'm hoping that these will be available on my website. Lord knows it's taking me far too long to get this up and running. But I'm forcing myself to get this done. It's something that's been on my I want to do this list for ages, so I have to get it done. Cool, that's looking good. It's like looking like a really good potting mix now. I'm anticipating we might need to make a couple of these today, but that's all right. Okay, I need my little potting thing. Give me a sec. I was recently made aware that it's not actually Rojo Congo, it's Rojo Congo. I'm not sure if you guys know me, but I'm not known for saying words properly. Let's start off with this little one. I suspect that there's an even smaller one somewhere in a tub. I remember seeing it, but I don't think I've seen it in a while. But anyway, let's start out with this one. Let's see what's going on here. Great root ball. Look at that. Well developed, super happy. It's a little bit bigger. I was kind of hoping to get something much bigger. Like, is that a bit too much? It's a little bit too much. I kind of want to save this for something else. Unless I consolidate both of those together. Let me just go and have a quick little look to see if I can find another pot. No small pots. Sorry about that. So what I think I might do, let's see how this is going to look. Oh, great root ball. I reckon these two would play nice in there. Oh, it's a pretty full little pot. It is a pretty full little pot. Not gonna lie. Let's do it. This is why we're here. It's gonna go in there. I'm gonna put that one there and that one in there and then backfill it. Don't overthink these things. Just jump in the deep end. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? What are they gonna do? Grow too good. You know what I mean? That is a really great mix. This coco coir has turned it into a really great mix. Let's give it a bit of a squish down. These big chunky bits of perlite are just excellent. Great. So there's some roots kicking out from the side. I don't know if you can see that. A couple there. They're gonna find their way into the pot. I might have to give this one a little bit of a stake. I'm not sure if where do I have stakes? Do I even have a stake? I don't think I've got a stake. Found a stake. Probably a bit too tall. That's all right. Let's give him a shove all the way down in there. I got some Velcro too. Let me get it. So I really haven't thought this through, and I feel like this is probably going to be a really big job. But look, we're here now. We're going to make it happen. We'll do the best that we can do with all the bits and pieces that we have. But I'm anticipating there's going to be a couple of plants that I'm either not going to have to repot, or that I'm just going to decide not to because they're doing a-okay fine. But this one, that's looking good already. Pretty happy with that one. We'll need to have a bit of a watering at some point, but for now, that's fine. Where do I put these? Let's put them down here. Or maybe I should soak them while I have them like this. That's a good idea. Gee, this is quite a bit more work than I anticipated. Let's move on to the next one. Here's one I don't really think I need to repot. It's nice and heavy. We've got a great healthy little plant. It's kicking off some aerial roots. I'm really happy to leave this one in there. Also, another thing that I've got to look out for, not so much on that one, but some of these leaves are getting a bit trash. So I've got to clean them up. This one, it's nice and heavy. I don't need to do anything with it. We're going to leave that alone. I've just noticed a dodgy leaf over here, so I'm going to get rid of it. There's actually a couple of dodgy leaves over there. That's right, I'm going to put them there, chop that up, put it in the compost a bit later on. Can't wait for any of your neighbours to see me out here doing this. Could be here for a while though. Don't know what else to choose. That one. This one's a double one as well. So we got two in there, and they're actually both looking pretty good. A lot of the leaves are really good and healthy. There's a little bit of dead stuff, like normal parts of the plant. I actually don't know what these bits are called. I should do some research. Put all that down on the ground. It's all pretty healthy. It's going well, but lots of aerial roots kicking out, and I can see some roots down the bottom. I'm not sure if you can see that. So we might have to up pot that one, which will be cool. Need to go and get some pots. Yeah, cool. This one's got extra drainage in it. Not mad about it. All right. Oh, it's dense in there. Let's give it a squeeze. Oh, come on. You know, I don't actually know what I'm going to do with all of these Rojo Congos. Rojo Congos. I figured at one point I'd sell them, but it's a funny thing. You find yourself getting so attached to them. You don't really want to do that. Let's have a look. Excellent. Look at that root ball. So good. So much good health. It's just a little bit bigger. The pot, that is, it's just a touch bigger. Excellent. We're going to cover all that up. I'm just going to push all these roots down and just encourage them. Come on, you come over here. It's going to encourage all of these roots to find their place in the soil, because they're just going to help the plant grow even stronger. Wiggle it round. I could use a more dense potting mix for what we're doing here, but I think even if we just stick around on this one, just give it the same sort of aerated potting mix, and then the next time we need to up pot, if they're still in my possession, we can do it with a much heavier, like proper potting mix. This one's actually got a bit of a lean as well, so I wouldn't mind giving it a support and pulling it back. I just found a bunch of support poles, even though I know that there would be sticks around here that would work perfectly fine. Let's just do this. Shove that in there, get my Velcro out, do a bit of this one. Just want to get it to stand upright a bit more. Excellent. Great. Leaves are all looking pretty healthy. What else we got? Okay, this one. We're going to chop off some leaves here, like this one down here, this one over here, this one down here. None of those are doing amazing. The plant, however, is starting to really outgrow its pot. The roots are starting to kick out all over the place, and it is getting a little bit top heavy. It's got a bit of a lean about it as well. The rest of the leaves are looking pretty healthy. I don't like the look of this one, so I'm just going to be brutal. And let's get it out. This one was great. I'm loving all of these root balls. This one, you can't really see it, but it was just like I remember it being a bare stem. I can see the big chunk of Rojo Congo in there. So this plant is it's fresh. Great. Just a little bit of an upgrade. Same deal as the other ones, just tuck the roots back into the pot, get rid of some of this dead stuff, train the roots to find where all the soil is gonna go. Get in there. Excellent. And let's just top her up. That's gonna go in there. Looking good, looking great. Again though, I do want to support this to stand upright. I'd love it if you guys heard that horn. Someone was on the horn. Right, let's get all this together. Cool. Not looking too bad. That's gonna grow up north. Hang on, let me tuck this root in. Really want these roots to grow back into the pot. What else are we gonna work on? Who else is a bit lopsided? Oh yeah, this one's starting to get crazy big, really big roots. It's like when they get up to this size, it's kind of like, yeah, we should probably think about letting them go. Right. Most of the leaves are good, so I'm just gonna leave them. There's a bit of residue on them, but it might be one of those things where we come back and clean them up another day. I'm not actually that worried about this one. I might just give it a support pole, or even just chop off this bottom one and let it lay on its pot. I don't know about this one. I'm gonna put this one in the maybe pile, just over here. Let's see what else we've got to work on. This one's doing great. There's some bad leaves, like that one there. So I'm gonna get rid of that one and that one. Ooh, there's a little bit of burn and stuff like that. That's all right though. There's some new growth coming through. Don't actually mind this one. It's still quite heavy and it keeps its weight. So we're gonna leave that one alone. A few little burn spots, but that's okay. Right, let's check out this one. This one's doing great. Now, I don't know if you can see, so I'll bring it up close, but there's this, which is just a huge stem, and this is the baby that's grown out of it. And to be honest with you, it's going great, except this leaf over here, not doing great. This one up here is starting to go as well, so we're gonna get rid of those. I feel like this is gonna be quite a long video. Could give it a support pole. The only one I really have left is this big one. Maybe if I break it in half, it might, yeah, let's do that. And honestly, I don't even think that needs Velcro. So we're just gonna leave that one alone. What else? Right, I think this one's ready to come out of its pot. Got a little bit of Trader Scantia growing down here. Yeet. But some roots kicking out the bottom and some roots up the top, like just there. So, it's not really a big pot. I must have bigger. I've only got 3 of these big pots left. These ones are like 25 centimeter diameters, I think. And although I feel like that'd go really well in there, just gonna have a look around and see what else we got. I feel like that's gonna be a good big one. That might be a good big one as well. But I also know that there are terracotta pots over there. Maybe I can save the terracotta for another one. Let's get this one out. Oh God, it's dense. Luckily, all of these leaves are pretty healthy as well. So this one could be a very happy big boy. Also, while we're here, believe it or not, there are more of these Rojo Congo babies. Look at that. Excellent. There are more of these Rojo Congo babies out there in the world. If you'll remember, a long, long time ago, before the wind, before the snow, there lived a freak of nature I know. There lived a man called Sir Psycho. If you know that rhyme, hit me in the comments. If you remember, while we make up some more medium, I found this granddaddy of a Rojo Congo, and it was huge, like taller than me, and just cuttings for days. And that's where I got all of these plants. All of these plants have come from that granddaddy. Some friends of mine have got one, and then there's also another one at the place that I was living in before this. Well, there's like 2 of them there or something like that. So hopefully I'll be able to do those ones as well. Get them, repot them. They're probably due. But in the meantime, we'll just have to work with these ones. It's probably good that I get this done now here as well, like at this time, because with these wonderful new neighbors I have, I'm always in danger of being force-fed beers. It's really hard. Pray for me. Nah, it's actually great. I was saying to the gentleman last night when he dropped around, I'm not really a beer drinker. I'm not really a drinker in general, but ever since he's been popping around, I've been finding myself a bit thirsty. You know how it is. I've got the taste for it. Great. That's good. No support for that one because it doesn't really need it. Gonna need to get some more rainwater, but I'll do it later. All right, here's another big boy. I think this is gonna be good for those bigger pots. Although, this leaf, off. This leaf, off. This one, off. That, no. Bit of mark. The rest of it is looking excellent and similar to the last one. This one, oh God, spilled water all over me. That's the base, or that's a stem of the mother plant. So this one's doing excellent at the moment. So we're just gonna give it a bigger pot. In fact, should we do one of the terracotta? We're gonna do a terracotta. This is the biggest terracotta pot. So I think this is gonna be a good size. One other huge terracotta pot that I got given from the neighbors. Great. That's also great, the way that fit in there. Just a little bit bigger. Gonna poke all these roots down so they can find their home. This mix might be a little bit light for the terracotta because we all know that terracotta wicks away the moisture. So what I might do is just load it up instead at the top with castings and bark. Here's the tricky thing about terracotta, you can't really slap it. So you need to shimmy shake it like that just to get all that soil to shed it. Great. That one's gonna be good. We've got like 3 more. Here's another one of the big ones. Let's get rid of this leaf. And the rest of them aren't actually looking that bad. So we're gonna leave those alone, but let's get it out of its pot. This one's strong enough to stand upright on its own as well. Great. Love these well compacted root balls. Let's get rid of a bunch of the dead stuff and some leaves. Tuck the roots in, make sure they're comfortable, make sure they know where they're going. Deeper the better. And I'm just gonna sprinkle that around, and then over here, even it out with some castings and bark. Just something a bit heavier because the mix that I've got, it's getting a bit light, meaning that it's down to basically coco, coir and perlite. As you can see, it filling up the pot now. Cool, going well, but I'm just gonna top it up with more castings and bark. We're actually running low on castings and bark at the moment, so I'm either gonna have to harvest more worm castings and get some bark, or just go and get some potting mix. Either or is good. Potting mix is fine, it's completely fine. That one looks good too. I think I got 2 more, because this one's staying in there, I think. 2 more, here's the second last one. Really good healthy leaves. We're really happy about them. That one, on the other hand, that I didn't see, compost. Right, let's get this out. This is one of the smaller pots. This is like an 18 centimeter pot, I think. Yes, it is. Wiggle out the root ball. Great, nice compact root ball. Love that for us. Just gonna use one of the other pots that we had for the other Rojo Congos. Tiny bit of an upgrade. We need to make more medium. We're getting real close to the end of the castings and bark. So, let's go. Pretty good, pretty happy with that. Last one. Again, this one is a stem in there and it's just getting a bit top heavy. So I reckon it could do with an up pot. Great. Not as strong as some of the other pots, but still great. Like the root ball isn't as strong and dense as some of the others. It's still good though. And then we'll do a bit of that. That's such a great mix. I got new perlite, some bigger chunky stuff. It's really helpful. And we want to stabilize this one just because it's got a little bit of a lean about it. Let's do a bit of this. I love horticultural Velcro. Done. I'm going to water that one separately. I'm going to empty all this in here. Man, I've got so much to clean up. I think we're going to leave it there. Rojo Congo's all been repotted. Castings, bark, perlite, and some coco coir for the win. Gonna make sure they're gonna have a really healthy watering, and then I think maybe let them settle in, and then we might even come back and just give them all a bit of a shine up with some neem oil. I might bring you guys along for the journey, but now I've got to pack all this stuff up. So yeah, thanks for hanging out in the new spot. Still getting used to the space. We'll give you a tour eventually. Thanks, legends. See you later. Bye. Great. Just going to give a few things a drink because some of them missed out. Most of these guys are fine. Old man up the front here needs a bit. And then over the back here, there's a terracotta and another big boy. So I'm just going to hit them with water.